From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Breaking news, the Marion County coroner has just released the name of the young woman killed in an early morning shooting in Indianapolis. Lanya Amika Anderson was 19. News 8's Malia Van Ostrand reports from the scene on the far east side of the city.
IMPD say they believe this is a domestic disturbance between a woman and her boyfriend. That suspect is still on the run. Right now, I'm going to step over to the side so you can see a little bit of what's happening here at the scene. There's still a small police presence here. The Indianapolis Marion County Forensic Services Agency is on the scene. This is the Amber Woods apartment complex on John Jay Drive. This is close to 38th and Mithofer. IMPD says officers were called here around 3:20 this morning on report of a person shot. Police say they found the woman with a gunshot wound, and they say they believe she was shot inside one of the apartments here. The woman later died from her injuries at Eskenazi Hospital. IMPD Captain Don Wheelhammer says it appears to be another case of a problem that could have been solved without violence.
Talk it out. If you can't talk it out, use a mediator. If that's not going to work, walk away. Nothing's worth taking somebody's life over like this. It's definitely not worth it.
Again, police are still looking for the suspect in this shooting, but Captain Wheelhammer says they do not believe that there's an ongoing threat to the community. I'm Malia Van Ostrand for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Also breaking overnight, gunfire southeast of downtown. It leaves 3 people wounded. It happened just before midnight at a house on Minnesota Street. Police say they, in this case, also know who the shooter is, but they've not announced an arrest yet. Officers are asking for help and tell you can leave an anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers 317-262-TIPS. Police have arrested more than 100 people as part of a major sweep. My teammate's Tim Spears looks at what police are calling Operation Guardian and who it was targeting.
The goal was simple. Get the people driving violence off of our streets and make our neighborhoods safer.
116 in custody, 29 guns confiscated, along with meth, fentanyl, and 5 pounds of cocaine in what's being dubbed Operation Guardian. Detailed in these images provided by IMPD. Police said these offenders largely unconnected, with the exception of every one of them having an active warrant for a violent crime.
We will find you and we will hold you accountable.
Accountability has been a criticism from the Indianapolis Fraternal Order of Police, which has blamed high-profile spikes in violent crime on criminal offenders being released with low bonds and light sentences. Though IMPD itself says crime hit a 5-year low this month. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office says if an offender is out on probation, parole, or community corrections, its preference is no bond is offered.
We're always pushing for prison sentences. We aggressively prosecute violent crimes, and we're always pushing for higher than standard bonds whenever possible.
We don't want to continuously send our cops into dangerous situations to arrest the same person over and over and over again. And so that's what I said. We need other parts of the system to do their jobs and do it appropriately, and I trust that they'll do that. If not, it's for you all and it's for the community to hold them accountable.
And it's just 116 arrests at this moment. Chief Bailey said even though Operation Guardian is wrapping up, he expects the amount of arrests from this to grow. Reporting in Indianapolis, Tim Spears for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
5 minutes after 9, happening today, some key events in the Circle City Classic. Indiana Black Expo says it expects this year's attendance to be massive. It is Talent Day, which includes a showcase of up-and-coming artists, a pep rally, and the President's Gala. Tomorrow morning, the parade starts at 10. Then the afternoon sees the main event, football game between Miles College and Morgan State University.
Game kicks off at 3 p.m. The weather's wonderful. We have a tailgate in front of the game on South Street, so you can come and you can get your eat on before you go into the stadium.
This is the 41st year for the Circle City Classic. Indiana Fever are facing more injury uncertainty heading into tonight's game in Indianapolis in the playoffs. Starting guard Lexi Hull sat on the sidelines for practice yesterday with a back injury and a brace around it. The team's injury report lists her as probable for tonight. Hull is one of only 4 Fever players who've appeared in every game so far this season. There are aches and pains and tears and breaks that have riddled the rest of the roster. Coach Stephanie White says she expects the series to get more physical.
Game 1 was one way for us, and Game 2 was different. We didn't meet their physicality. We didn't meet their intensity. We didn't meet that mentality. Vegas has been here before. And for us, we have to understand that tomorrow night is going to require a different level for us.
Game 3 of the Best of 5 series tips off Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight at 7:30. Fever and Aces are tied at 1 win apiece. Fever will host 2 pregame parties ahead of Game 3. One's for all ages right outside the Fieldhouse in Bicentennial Plaza. Starts at 5. Promises a live DJ, face painting, the chance to shoot some hoops, and more. Other pregame party is for grown-ups. Kilroy's on South Meridian's hosting it. The team says Freddie Fever will be there, so too will the Inferno dance team. You have to be at least 21 to get in, and it starts at 5:30.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.